leadership is a technique and style of leadership that incorporates several leadership traits from different leadership styles to create an influence that promotes the production, enhanced production of services, products, and ideas through creativity and innovation. An innovative leader not only sets an ambitious, objective in terms of goals, but also emphasizes the role of creativity and out of the box thinking to achieving them. Now, have you evolved from being very, very passionate or interested in writing and moved on to the profession that you're in, and also into the professional whose belief in innovative leadership is completely profound and very, very strong today?
Yes, that's a great question. And writing was the way to communicate my ideas with the world. And a leader is one who has a vision and who is able to convince his team about his vision and motivate them to achieve that vision. So when we come across great leaders like Steve Jobs, for example, they were
Okay.
very uh, upfront about their vision and their ideas, and they were able to help their employees, their team members, to achieve the kind of greatness they had in their own vision. So the ability to write, the ability to speak, the ability to communicate the vision that you have, I think, is extremely important for all business leaders. And we hear and we read about all the leaders primarily because they are communicating through different media, and that is precisely what I was also doing. And incidentally, one of my first books was called Eight Storm, which is an eight-step brainstorming for innovative managers. So all along, the stress has been writing, communication, trying to showcase the vision that I have and getting my team members to buy into that vision. One would be looking at the changes happening in the market or forecasting changes happening in the market and trying to build innovations within the company using the top 1% of the team members to work on these projects and to foresee what changes are going to happen and be there before it happens. So that is the smartest way to do it. And incidentally, coming back to Google's own example, they had a brilliant strategy of giving their top employees 6 months of paid vacation to work on new projects, and they were fully paid, and they could work from home or they could go on vacation, and they were still getting paid, and they had to come back with ideas which Google might implement if they found it interesting. So Google did have this great idea to empower their employees, but it looks like we're all living in we're all living in an era which is moving at speeds that we have not seen in history. So, innovation and leadership, which is cultivating innovation, is critical for every business. Without that, there's very little chance of survival in future. So, the management will have to put together a strategic plan in place to cultivate innovation, and that will have to happen not just at the top level but at the lower levels also. So strategic inputs from the management at every level of the organization is required if companies are to survive into the next decade.
Thank you. So, according to you, how can we boost creativity and also drive the team growth through innovation and leadership? You have now stressed,
Yes.
of course, I'm sorry to interrupt you here. You have now stressed, of course, the importance of why we need to. So now the question is, how can we implement, for example, when you are running your own company. So how do you help your team to incorporate, implement some of the the important value systems or the values that you believe as an innovative leader?
Yes. It comes primarily from finding the purpose beyond what you're doing in your immediate surroundings and connecting the brand with a long term purpose and getting the team to buy into that purpose. So, for companies which might be operating on products, uh, they could be looking at things beyond profits and margins. For example, they could be looking at sustainability as a trigger and as a motivation for their team to build sustainable uh, systems in place so that there is less usage of energy, power, of resources, and so forth, and yet human requirements are being fulfilled. So, as Steve Jobs used to say, the team gets motivated more by the purpose and the values more than the monetary benefits that they would get, which, anyways, is always taken care of. But a kind of emotional fulfillment, a sense of purpose, a sense of companionship, and a sense of belonging in the company is what is lacking most of the time. And all of that, if it can be tied down to a purpose as well as something which is future looking and building a future ready company, if all of that can come together and the leader can motivate their team to, on a daily basis, work on not just the incremental changes that they need to do at the floor level, but also at a long term emotional connect with the vision, then I think you have a plan in place.
All right. So, from your own working experience, how have you been able, how successfully have you been able to incorporate your ideas and your vision into your team and your organization?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we have a vision of building a company, which is less stressful, more family oriented, with more free time and more quality time that we can all spend. Because our stress is not on building a company which creates heartaches for the team members or stress for them. It's more to build a company which helps the team members to have a happy lifestyle and we are less stressed. So our plan has always been to work with clients who have a similar mentality, who have a great vision, and who are also trying to give their employees a motivated lifestyle and less stressful. So it all begins with choosing the kind of clients that you wish to be associated with. Number two, having systems in place which can take advantage of technology and can scale, and systems that can maybe do the work of 1,000 people, and one person using a system can turn himself into a 1,000 member team just because he or she is using technology the right way. And that way we are buying time more than anything so that we can fulfill the requirements of clients by buying time so that we get more quality time and that leads to happiness. So people who are attracted to our company buy into that vision of having a happy, healthy lifestyle much more than anything else.
Now, how many years has it been, Kishore, since you have started your own company?
We are in our 8th year, and every year we have been attracting more and more clients to our company. And incidentally, all of our clients share our vision of using technology to maximize the usage of time as well as get quality time for ourselves.
Interesting. And from your perspective, of course, how would you recommend that we apply the principles of innovative leadership approach to release workplace creativity with examples, of course?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the big opportunities that is very topical is large language models. So this is the kind of intelligence which is not available before, and that can actually help leaders to scale up much quickly than they used to do in the past. So that can free up a lot of time that employees were using for mundane repetitive tasks, and large language models can do the heavy lifting. So incorporating AI into the system would be one of the smartest moves any leader can do, and the faster they do it, and the more integrated the AI is with their ERPs, with their CRMs, with their workflows, with their warehousing, whether it is logistics or deliveries or customer service. So the more the AI can be incorporated into all levels of the company, the better it is, because it frees up a lot of the mundane tasks that employees needed to do, and they can spend their time on quality thinking and innovation, which can lead to better improvements for the company. So I think that is the big opportunity which is in front of us in 2024, much more than it was there like maybe in 2020. So the world is a very different place in 2024. And I think this is the big opportunity that leaders need to grab.